As I look forward to some of the releases this year, I think we could potentially be seeing one of the biggest years for film photography yet. Or potentially also the beginning falling domino effect of our beloved medium. Let me explain. In most previous years, we've seen a decline in film products pretty much year over year. Whether it be losing instant film cameras or film stocks to vastly increased film prices, it's safe to say that seemingly the market for new products or new film stocks was near impossible to break into. But that notion seems to be changing with some of these companies' mindsets for 2024. From different film cameras, new film stocks, cinema film getting more popular, and tons of adjacent film products, it feels like we're on the cusp of a new film renaissance. Hell, even Wes Anderson's latest film, which has had critical acclaim, features a camera that I saw people on Reddit and Twitter clamoring to try and figure out what it was and where to get it. With that being said, understanding how some of these companies are kind of sticking their necks out and changing up some of their business models to see if film will work in this modern social media market, I guess we can call it, and how we as consumers, I think, play a direct role into the success and the potential future of film with the products this year. Now, I don't think you necessarily have to be purchasing, every product that's coming out from every camera store under the sun, but I do think that picking some of your favorite products this year that you're interested in, and if not just purchasing them, sharing their stuff on social media, engaging in their marketing campaigns, etc., is going to be the best way that we can ensure success from our end and ultimately give us more products, not only from these camera stores and camera companies, but from bigger brands like Fuji and other brands that have kind of abandoned film because obviously digital seems to be a more marketable and probably profit-driven thing. Because of that, I think just being in the know consumers for what's coming out this year and what to be interested in is of the utmost importance for the future of film in my mind. So let's talk about it. Alright, so first, and probably the most exciting for me personally, is all of the new cameras that are slated to come out this upcoming year. Pentax, one of the bigger names in the industry and the creator of the legendary Pentax 6.7, had announced that they were going to be creating a film camera in the likes of the Ricoh GR with a manual film winder. A couple weeks ago, they just announced in an interview that the camera's prototype is officially complete and that they have a working product that is currently in the review stage. While not much else is said, I'm confident we'll hear more news soon. That being said, Pentax is not the only one creating a camera. Rather, Mint, who's been known for modifying SX70s, is creating a new camera in the likes of a Rollei 35. Because of their in-depth modding of their SX70s, they obviously have a robust means of fabricating camera parts, so even though they're not necessarily a massive camera company, I think they have a good platform to be able to create a camera from. While there's not a definitive release date yet, we're bound to hear more very soon about this supposed $600 compact camera. I think two legitimate film cameras coming out this year and not just like reusable plastic point and shoots is a really good sign for the future of film. In my mind, it basically means that these companies see enough value in film to be kind of sticking their neck out to create some of these products. While I think it is easy to overlook, I don't think many of these companies would go through this painstakingly long process of research and development if there wasn't some type of return on their investment or they saw the future of film continuing to grow. Our support for these cameras is vital to show not only these companies, but other large companies like Fujifilm and Nikon that there is interest in making analog cameras again. Additionally, Kodak is releasing a $5,500 Super 8 camera, which I don't really want to get into because I think obvious reasons. Outside of just cameras, we saw a brand new film stock this past year, Harman's Phoenix 200. While I haven't had the opportunity yet to actually shoot it, again, it is a good sign that we're getting a totally new, developed, original film stock, especially from a large legacy brand like Ilford. Just like the new film cameras, showing support to Harman and picking up some film is the best way to show them and other brands that people are seriously interested in film. On top of Harman's new film, we've seen a growing interest this past year in cinema film, not only from film companies, but also from consumers. It seems like every day I come across a new film store in a different country offering cinema film, each with their own unique, cool packaging. This film offers the same results or extremely close to normal Kodak professional cinema film, but many times at a fraction of the price of other professional films. With it getting more popular and film shops realizing they can sell their own variation locally, I think it's opening the minds for a lot of photographers on top of saving them money. Additionally, Lomography also released a film about 6 months ago called Lomography 92, which to my knowledge is a film based on Orwo NC500, which, speaking of Orwo, they've announced they have a whole new line of film coming out soon as well. We also got some 220 rolls from Reflex Lab this year, and Film Frania is supposedly coming out with a handful of new black and white film stocks this upcoming year. Lastly, SuperSense is in the process of bringing back peel-apart film, which I know many photographers are excited about. While the price is currently pretty high, around the same price of Fuji FP100C, you're obviously supporting the future of peel-apart film with this, so I think it is worthwhile. All in all, in the last 6 months, we've got 3 to 4 new film stocks, and this year we have more on the cusp of fruition, which in years past when we've lost film stocks, honestly, I'll take anything we can get. As for the prices of film, despite the slight price increase at the beginning of this year, it does seem like film prices have leveled off somewhat regularly. Now, will that continue? I know there's really no guarantee, but I am hoping that this will be the last price hike that we see for the near future. There are a handful of labs that will sell film on sale a couple times a year, so if you're smart about it, you can easily stock up and kind of avoid some of the price hiking that's going on. Another interesting thing for me is the increased products that are adjacent to film photography. From scanning accessories, light meters, film holders, it seems like nearly every week I find some new product that supposedly helps you shoot film or increases productivity in some way or another. I will say though, many of them are quite good, finding some niche problem within the film workflow and finding a solution for it. Again, I think the more of these products that there are and the more that we can partake in them, the better. To a certain extent, obviously. I'm not telling you to purchase everything you see, but being conscious of ways we can create better pictures with modern tools on our vintage cameras can make you a much better photographer. For example, using a light meter can make a huge difference in exposure and thus image quality. And for how many small, affordable light meters are currently out there, it just seems like a no-brainer to me. On top of this, I've seen film photography and the film aesthetic make itself into pop culture more and more as the years have gone by. From film camera toys and decorations, film grain being used in commercials and sports, photographers base businesses around film, and much more. I think now more than ever, film is at the most popular it's been, and we're seeing it through the products this year. Because of the growing popularity, there is a large market, and how consumers respond this year will dictate the market going forward. In my mind, if people are receptive to these products, we will see more companies take the financial risk to create more. Whereas if these products, especially the new cameras and original film stock in Phoenix, flop, we could be seeing the start of the death of film photography. Which I know we really don't want to think about, but really it does seem like this year is the year that many companies are kind of going all in and taking a chance on film to see if it really is a viable business venture. And I think if they all fail, or even if the majority of them fail, businesses will be much less inclined to give this a shot in the future. Knowing how return on investment must work and how businesses work, and needing to get their money back on products, I think no matter how passionate a company is about film, the odds that they would potentially risk putting their company underneath for a new film product that they don't really know if it will have success, I think is unlikely, and if we see these products not do well, will be even more unlikely for the future. Whether it be purchases, social engagements, etc., there is some threshold that needs to be met to deem these products successful, even if camera purchasers love them. Because of this, I do think that this year will sort of be a guinea pig year to see how a lot of these new film products do, and if that other companies should be bringing new film products to the market in 2025. Because of that, I think we're either in for a lot of success in the next 2 years, or we could potentially be looking at a lot of these products not being very good, and subsequently film prices probably continuing to go up, which is obviously not a good thing. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is one of the biggest years in film photography over the last, decade or so? And what products that I mentioned interest you the most? I'm always interested to hear your guys' opinion on this topic down in the comments, and think that you always have some interesting insight about the future of our beloved medium. Otherwise, until the next one, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay shooting. Peace out. Adios.